Greetings, lords and ladies, Kaiser here, and welcome to another episode of our Viking Conquest campaign. Now then, when last we left off, we had done the last two quests necessary for 5 of the Danish lords to like us enough to give positive testimony at the assembly. Much prior to that, we also helped out Ulf, whose daughter we apparently impregnated, by defeating and killing the berserker that was trying to take over his farmstead and kill him, and essentially kidnap the daughter. So he is not going to be testifying against us either. In fact, he is hopefully going to be testifying positively in our name. So that's going to be 6 votes for us. I'm not sure if there's any other lords that I might have missed within the kingdom. In fact, I most likely did. But I chose to focus on these guys. So its vassals are... I believe this is the dude that keeps wanting to start wars. So he is one of the Jarls that is not going to be backing us up. Ragnarsson over here is the guy that's trying to get us killed, so these two are not going to be voting for us. Who is going to be voting for us is essentially Bakteg, who we did the monastery raiding mission for in the last episode. And I believe, actually, all of the rest of them are going to be voting positively for us as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4... plus the king, that's 5, and that's pretty much everybody within Denmark. So I didn't miss anybody. It's just these two. Like, this guy, he's not, he doesn't hate us. He hates us. He hates our guts. But he doesn't exactly hate us. But he's not gonna give a neutral testimony either, because you need 15 relation with a lord for a neutral. Okay, so it's not him. Is it this one then? Yeah, this is the guy. My bad. This is the guy. You need 15 relation for a neutral testimony. Good God, you look like an egg. You look like an Easter egg. Like a really not very good looking Easter egg. At any rate, let's talk with Horik over here. Well, Björn, what is it? Alright, I've done everything. I think I'm ready to go to the assembly. I see. In that case, now everything's in the hands of the gods. The assembly lasts several days. I recommend you take advantage of these days to gain popularity and reputation with the people of this country. The people? I'll send a messenger as soon as your presence is required. Be ready. Okay. Have good relation with the people. What does he mean? No? The assembly. It seems that everything is ready for your trial. We'll send a messenger to warn you as soon as your presence is required by the assembly. And that's it. Also, Arriva by South, I thought we were at -12. Why are we at -22? What the heck happened here? No. Oh, okay. Force peasants to give you supplies, steal cattle, and slave the villagers. We're not going to do any of that. I'm going to try and help them. What I'm looking for right now is just factions. Fries is angry at us. Mumain is suspicious at us. Oh, okay. So even it just said that we angered them. I'm hoping that means that they're not just going to attack me willy-nilly whenever they see me. I just wanted to check if there's a relations known settlements. But no, I would actually have to go and check each location, right? Like, for instance, if I wanted to know what Skifa Baye thinks of me. No, it actually doesn't even state here. Okay. I'm just a little bit worried right now because this is an additional 10 relation drop from last time. Last time, if I remember correctly, it said -12. So that's why I'm a little bit worried right now. But let's still try to meet the leader. Can I help you with anything? I said, can I help you with anything? Can I help you with anything, though? But can I help? Can I help you? They have no other tasks for me. I hate this. I actually... Oh, God. I haven't done any village helping tasks in so long. And yet it's not even offering to me to be able to do anything for them. So how the hell am I supposed to increase my relation with them so that I can actually still recruit units from them once I need them? What about over here? We're in the -2 here too. Everybody hates us. What the hell? Well, how about you? Do you need anything? There we go. They've driven away your cattle. Oh no, our pastures are empty. If we had just a few head of cattle, we could start to raise a herd again. How many animals do you need? 2 head of cattle will suffice for a small herd. That will most definitely not suffice for a small herd, sir. But I will bring you the cattle you need. There, that's a little bit improved. Let's actually check, where could I get the cattle from? Haydabai, maybe? I wonder if the 1 cow I have in my possession actually counts. Or if it's still the sort of, you have to herd the actual animals to the target. Meet the leader. I need to buy supplies. I want to buy some cattle. Oh, these guys dislike me as well. That is absolutely lovely. You know what? I'll still take 2. Yeah, you still have to herd them towards the target. Okay, so lead the cattle onward. Are they going to follow me? They will. Okay. God, I remember in vanilla where you had to push them towards the target. Come with me, cattle. I would say come with me if you want to live, but that's not going to happen. What? I'm just wondering, like, why do these locations actually dislike us? Like, legitimately, I have not done anything negative to them, to my knowledge. I could attack those raiding Franks over there as well, just for some additional money. At least enough money to brigand, bandit, ruffians. Yeah, I think I will. Let's just get these guys... There, okay. Now let me just talk with you just to finish the mission. Alright, we can once again recruit volunteers from here. Good, 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 good. Let me just talk with you, get the experience and relation. Excellent. Our village is grateful for your help. Thanks to the 2 heads of cattle you have brought, we can now raise our own herd. Again, that's not... No. That is not how that works. But hey, that's 1 village that I can once again recruit from. Because I guess I cannot recruit from here or from Ribe by South. These guys had, if I saw correctly, a -10. These guys have a -22. I'm just wondering, what are my relations with the other with the other 2 villages up in the north? Oh, good God. All right, let's hunt these guys down just to have a bit of a battle at least. It's been a while since we fought anybody. Good God. Well, I mean, at least you're leading me where I want to go, in a way. Yes, more butter. Let's sell that too. Alright, surrender or die. As you wish, prepare to die. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I don't think we really need to get any sort of sophisticated formations going for 8 enemies. I would still like my horseman, so Kaio, who does give us quite a bit of speed on the map, to actually just stay back. Because I don't think the 2 of us alone should be running in. Alright. That's... Okay, that's 2 dead. My horse is getting attacked. Oh, okay, I actually thought they had javelins. They just have slings. Still, even the slings hurt our horse. 78 experience. Might as well start getting some experience as well towards the next level, right? 48 experience. 108. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, that was a brigand versus a ruffian, of course. How are we actually doing towards the next level? We're missing, what is that, 12k towards level 21. At which point we will, I believe, get an additional attribute as well. So, yeah, I will most likely be going... I'll be honest with you, I'm still not completely sure if I should go for an additional point, like 2 points in intelligence, or if I should just straight up start going for charisma. Beyond 1/5. Trainer, track, and tactics. Wound treatment. 1/5. 1/2. I mean, it would be nice to have an additional point in trainer at least, right? Because we will always be the highest level out of all of our dudes. And the trickle-down economy, so to speak, would be nice to have. Especially with the amount of experience that a lot of these guys actually need to level up to the next level. Yeah. I think we go 2 points into intelligence, which means that by the time we start doing charisma, we're going to be at level 31. So at level 41, we're going to have charisma 14, and we're going to be able to have leadership 7 and persuasion 7. Or do I forego the trainer and just straight up go into persuasion and leadership? Man, the thing is, I want to have a really strong army, right? And once we start getting into money a little bit more, we would be able to recruit plenty of men, but those men have to be trained up. Christ, I'm not sure. We'll see. Alright, but that is it. That is the battle. We lost absolutely no one. We've caught more enemies, and we've also rescued 3 more young warriors that can go into slave hunters and into slaver chiefs, which look pretty strong. I'll be completely honest with you. Since we're taking peasant women in, might as well also take the young warriors. They're free units for now. Share the loot as is common. We're at 321. I think that's enough for 1 week, essentially. Unless, of course, we sell all of this stuff, and we should be able to get a bit more. You have earned your name today, O valorous one. And Agathinos, too. I like that one. He knows the great poems and plays of the ancient Greeks, which appeals to an artistic soul like my own. The tales from his homeland that he likes to recite by the campfire also teach a lot about battles and warfare in general. I especially enjoy the heroic deeds that happened during the war with Troy. Soon our shield wall will be a legend as glorious and famous as the heroes of Agamemnon's time. Really? Heroic deeds? I mean, fooling people into thinking that you're actually nice and leaving a gift behind only for that gift to essentially cause the destruction of your nation. Not exactly very heroic, I would say. Personally, honestly. I mean, it was a brilliant move, don't get me wrong. It was a very, very brilliant move, but, yeah. I would not be calling it heroic. And the Kingdom of East Anglia have made peace with each other. Wait, so we're essentially, or rather not we, but Denmark is currently at war with nobody. Nor do they have any casus belli on anyone. So Ribe by Nord. I'm just coming here just because I'm curious what the situation is. Okay, so they're indifferent to us here. Gotcha. Also, what I'm doing with this is a messenger approaches beating his horse. He stops in front of you, takes a breath, and shouts, "My king! Horik of Danmark invites you to the assembly being held near Ribe. Since it is going to be about your complaint with Sven Bolnek and Sigurd Ragnarsson, you must go soon, or the judgment of the assembly will go against you." Ah, so default judgment, huh? No. We shall make our way towards the assembly. Let's go. Late afternoon. Are we going in dusk or evening? Do I want it to be day? It makes no difference, I suppose. Let's just head in. Alright. In a setting reminiscent of times past, when men lifted huge rocks to venture their deeds or glorify their gods, meets the assembly. As you approach, you hear more clearly hundreds of voices, distinguish the tents, and smell the food from the merchant stands. The assembly, or the thing, is not just a meeting where issues are discussed and judgments are made, but also an event where people around go to exchange news or sell their products. Let us approach. I am on foot and I am alone. I am not liking this. Though I won't lie, I would love a chance to meet the dude one-on-one in trial and battle. Oh, hi again. My lord, you must hurry to join the king. Follow me. Alright. Sigurd shouts, I have more than 800 men ready to go to England and support my brothers, but all I hear here are obstacles to the... King Horik yells, Sigurd, we don't prevent the embarking of these men. In fact, we are unhappy that they have not already left. These men will embark when they have a proper leader. Guthrum was not to be their leader. Their leader was to be my brother Olvir the Whitehair, who was killed. It is time to take his... The thing has begun. Approach King Horik. Okay. I'm sorry, these messages are just going way too quickly. Konungur. Heil, Björn. He looks worried. Why have you been so long in coming? Sigurd Ragnarsson is looking strong. I shall have you know, it took me less than a day to come here after your message reached me, sir. Sorry, just needed a sip of water there. Some issues, but still I arrived on time. I came as soon as I got your message. Maybe it was your messenger who was delayed. No matter. I think they are also waiting your arrival, which means that maybe I should not have sent for you. I suspect they have some ploy to launch. Sigurd Ragnarsson has complained of 800 men who cannot board because I will not let him lead them. That much is true, because I proposed that Guthrum lead them. The problem is that Guthrum some days ago suffered the misfortune to have been killed on his farm. Ah, yes, very misfortunate, yes. They accuse outlaws and criminals of burning down his house, whilst he was hosting a feast inside. I think that it was Sven Bullneck, the proud man of Sigurd's herd, who did it, but I have no evidence or witnesses. Everything and everyone was burned with the house. Everything taken together, the situation is quite serious. Since Guthrum is dead, Sigurd is pushing hard to gain control of these 800 men. I fear he wishes to use them to take my throne. Guthrum's dead, but we're not. Trust me, I'll help you to get out of this. Let's see what happens. I do not care about your problems. I'm here for Sven Bullneck and my mother. No, let's go with the choleric one. Since we decided to go with that trait, let's just keep it going. I'm not so sure. Your appearance in Danmark has benefited me in some ways, but in others not so much. Harald seems tense, his features hardened and eyes watchful. He protects his lord as close as his shadow. Greetings, Björn. Sven Bullneck has permission to speak to the assembly now. Let's see what that rat has to say. Silence! Let's see what that snake has to say. Well, yes. Sven Bullneck appears to be a determined man, confident and seemingly a born leader. He is tall and strong and possesses a strong voice. At long last, you see him face to face. He looks just as your mind remembers him as he attacked the wooden rick and kidnapped your mother. Finally, right before you is the man who has so damaged you. He also seems to be very old and is kind of shaking. Men of Danmark, you know me. When I was little more than a child, I was with Ragnar when he sacked Francia with 120 ships and more than 4,000 men. An adventure that the Skalds still relate. I am the man who led 400 Vikings in West Sax, the strongest kingdom of England, to obtain great fame and wealth. Therefore, men fear me across Fries, England, and Francia. But here in Denmark, they rightfully respect and love me. The judges nod at the words of Sven Bullneck. This makes your situation more complicated. I had a brother, Olvir Whitehair, a better man than me. He was a man of honor, loved by the gods, but in the prime of life, he was murdered. Now the king protects his murderer. I have never demanded anything of the assembly, but now I call for justice. Is it right that the murderer be here among us, or that the king protect evil? Shall murderers go unpunished in this land? Sven Bullneck has tears in his eyes as he points with an accusing finger at you. Alright, let's see how this goes. I'm curious. Egil whispers. It's what we expected. They use you to attack King Horik and undermine his authority. Asbjörn. One judge near the big rock looks first at Sven and Jarl Sigurd, then at you and King Horik, then he speaks. Everyone knows your worth, Sven Bullneck, and the feats you've done in your past, but your words seem to indicate that a king could support a murderer. This charge is very grave. The assembly shall now listen to King Horik's response. Sven insults me. I have never protected, nor will ever protect a murderer. If that were what I was doing, it was in ignorance. Björn came to me for protection as a free man, and I gave it to him after he proved his worth. The story he told me about the death of Olvir Whitehair is quite different. Now it is time for the accused to speak on this matter. You decide to discredit Sven Bullneck. You decide to appeal to the crowd's sympathy by mentioning your mother's kidnapping. You think it better to describe events without mentioning your mother's kidnapping. Our persuasion is currently at level 6. Do we go with that? Okay. Situation improves. Good. Okay, Björn. My name is Björn. Olvir Whitehair tried to kill me at the behest of his brother Sven Bullneck. I was at peace on Ulf's farm, where I had gone by agreement with Sigurd Ragnarsson, present here today. Olvir Whitehair came there with several men to try to kill me. As I always take strong issue with such a project, it was Olvir who died. I ask you, why did Sven send Olvir if he is the one who wants to get rid of me? I think it's because he fears me. Despite all of his bold words, he is in fact a coward who attacks defenseless ships and hides behind the cloak of his lord. Egil whispers, well spoken. I think you've left him speechless. Our relation with Sven Bullneck has gone down. Oh, really? We have heard both parties. It is time to call the witnesses. Egil comes forward before the judges. I am Egil. You all know me here, and may the gods damn me if I lie. I was at Ulf's farm when Olvir Whitehair came. My father, King Horik, is always concerned about what happens in this land. He compelled me to travel with Björn. Olvir Whitehair came with many men. I swear it was he who started the fight. Olvir died a good death, but he was the one who caused the melee. Björn isn't guilty of murder. The judges confer among themselves for a moment, and then the spokesman speaks. We have heard from a witness. Thank you, Egil. Sven Bullneck, do you have any witnesses? I had an important witness, Ulf Thorirson, but he has not come to the assembly. Another man told me that how my brother was killed, but he will not testify in this case. Yeah, that's right, because I was the one that saved him, not you. We would like to hear from the Jarls in attendance. What are your opinions? In my opinion, Björn is innocent. In my opinion, Björn is innocent. In my opinion, Björn is guilty of murdering Olvir Whitehair. F you. In my opinion, Björn is innocent. The judges confer amongst themselves for a long time, and then the spokesman speaks. Invoking the wisdom of Odin, we are ready to give verdict. I, Sigurd, son of Ragnar Lothbrok, asks permission to speak, because this case is nothing more than a branch of a big tree, and a branch may hide the real problem. Speak then, Jarl Sigurd, son of Ragnar, whose memory we all cherish, and who awaits us among the hosts of the gods preparing for Ragnarok. Sigurd steps forward, attracting everyone's attention. He is a respected and feared man, and the shadow left by his father is still long. When my father was alive, this assembly of free men would not have had much consideration for a bandit who had killed a good man like Olvir Whitehair. However, times change. Rather, some men have caused that to change. Now this assembly, is but a toy in the hands of a king. That man, Björn, is only a pawn of larger forces. While Sigurd continues his speech, Harald approaches the King Horik, his face tense and his voice soft. My king, Sigurd Snake in the Eye, is not here to deal with Björn. He wants you. He wants the throne, as we feared. Egil moves his hands nervously, his forehead beaded with sweat. Father, we should cut short Sigurd's speech. Björn must admit his guilt and be punished by the assembly. He must be sacrificed. Wow! To end this ploy now, or you may lose your throne. Sigurd Snake in the Eye is a shrewd man. He would not openly attack you in the assembly if he did not have the upper hand. Egil, them traitor will not admit any guilt. I'm innocent. If this is what you need to do, I will say I am guilty to save the king. We will be allowed to reply to Sigurd and can trust in the assembly. Egil goes down, okay. The assembly's decision will rest on the position of power between parties. Hence, we must not do anything that would cost us the respect of the assembly. The balance of power is very delicate, and here the Jarls are very important. We need to see what Sigurd has against us. Sigurd's face seems imperturbable. Even the movements of his body are fully controlled, even as he releases a speech that is able to dethrone the king. Sven had the witness. Ulf Thorarsson, who would have agreed that Olvir was murdered, but King Horik sent Björn to Ulf's farm to silence him. I had another man, Atli Eriksson, who was very faithful and dear to me. I entrusted him with the mission of protecting important evidence for this assembly, but King Horik sent Björn to kill him. Everyone starts talking at the words of Sigurd. A lot of tension fills the air. Finally, the judges ask for calm. Sigurd Ragnarsson, you talk a lot, insult and offend my honor, but you lack evidence or witnesses. This will not end well for you. Let him finish. All of us here want to know what is happening. I just defend my honor. Yes, he has the right and permission to speak. If he proves what he speaks of, it may be time to change kingship. King Horik is a good king. You'd better be able to prove this, Sigurd. Everything will come in time, but first I want to continue with my assertion that the problem is much bigger than we think. 800 Vikings we are ready to embark for England in aid of my brothers. We could have been talking about more than 1,200 men, for the Jarl of Kennemer promised me more than 400. But King Horik sent Björn to Fries to sabotage this treaty. As if that were not enough. The king then proposed that Guthrum lead these men, when I was the one that made all effort to gather them and get the boats and provisions. Sigurd Ragnarsson, your accusation is very serious. Do you have any evidence or witnesses who can confirm what you say? Yes, there is a man who has traveled with Björn all that time, who is among us right now, willing to testify at this assembly. His name is Reginhard, and he is a servant of the Jarl of Kennemer. Reginhard, approach. Do you confirm that the words of Sigurd Ragnarsson are true? Reginhard seems uncomfortable when all eyes turns to him. He especially tries to avoid your eyes. Well, yes, right. I met Björn in Fries. Now he tried to gain the trust of the Jarl of Kennemer by killing Theodor, a person that I loved. Then he betrayed the Jarl of Kennemer and came to Denmark, where he has pursued Sven Bolnek and Sigurd Ragnarsson, as he hates them as enemies. So Olvir and Atli were killed, and he allied with King Horik. I swear it is the truth. Reginhard, why? Donna speaks. My quarrel is not with you, Egil. Theodred was like a brother to me, and Björn lied to me in order to take him and kill him. I won Björn's trust and promised that one day I would avenge Theodred's death, and that day has come. I just want to be happy, have a farm, a wife, and children, but Björn brings only misfortune wherever he goes. I need to feel protected, and Sigurd has promised me everything that I wish for. You damned coward. Reginhard, you know me. You know how I treat traitors. We will meet again. Wherever you may hide from now on, I will find you and kill you. As you said once, Gera wird svachila. Fate always goes as she must. I do not think so. We will never see one another again. I'll have my farm, my wife, and the protection of a Jarl. You'll be dead or an outlaw. King Horik, Sigurd Ragnarsson has made very serious allegations supported by a witness. What do you say in your defense? King Horik clears his throat. I do not know this man named Reginhard. I suspect he is a liar brought by Sigurd, as he seems to have some sort of dispute with Björn. At any rate, his testimony is not against me, but against Björn, since he in no way has mentioned me or shown that I have helped Björn in any misdeeds. If this is all that Sigurd Ragnarsson has against me, I ask this assembly for compensation for the insult to my honor. For a few seconds, Sigurd loses composure. The gods know that you were eliminating my evidence and witnesses. When you sent your dog after Atli Eriksson and Ulf Thorisson, this man was with Björn. He can testify that you were involved. First of all, Reginhard's first master was Theodred, not the Jarl of Kennemer. I say Reginhard is a liar. Blinded by hatred for me, it's his word against mine. This man tells the truth, everything has happened. Judges nodded my words. This make your situation improve before your eyes. Good. Reginhard betrayed his first master, Theodred, as now he betrays me. Would any man keep a known enemy in his herd? This man has just demonstrated that he cannot be trusted. Very true. Now, this is a very delicate matter that may affect the stability of the kingdom. The judges shall retire to deliberate for a moment. You watch as the judges get behind the big rock before entering a heated discussion. All around you, everyone engages in energetic conversations. Some Jarl support King Horik, others Jarl Sigurd Ragnarsson. This assembly may either be the solution to civil war or the trigger to start one. Everything depends on the judge's decision. You realize that no one approaches you. Everyone avoids you like the plague. You're aware also that nobody gave you the opportunity to present the case of the abduction of your mother. You feel you have not been more than a piece in a game of Kneftalf between the powerful men of Denmark. The judges are slow to come to a decision. You're not sure how much time has passed, but it seems it takes them very, very long. Many men around you have decided to sit on the ground, and there are even merchants distributing food and meat. Reginhard remains in the same spot, silent and without moving a muscle, as if carved in granite. Egil doesn't look at you either. He is among the men around King Horik, advising and encouraging him. Finally, the judges return from behind a large rock. Odin Fjolnsvidr, Odin Sengetal, father of gods and the Skaldings, we, elected by our peers, call upon your wisdom to guide our words. May our judgment reach your ears, and may those who do not comply with it be punished by hell. We have decided the following. In the case of the death of Olver Whitehair, this assembly rules that Björn acted in self-defense and declares him innocent. Ha ha ha! Yes! What? This is not justice! This assembly pisses on the grave of my brother! Pushes Sven back and takes the floor. Sven Bolnik accepts the decision of the assembly. Good. Yes, rein in your dog. Right. Well, the assembly has spoken. Before gods and men, this quarrel has ended between these two men. Odin, Thor, and Frey have heard what is here decided. May they punish any who do not fulfill their oaths. Regarding the case of the witness called Reginhard, who has been accused of lying, the gods must decide his culpability. As the accusation is grave, this assembly has decided that Björn and Reginhard will engage in a holmgang, a duel to the death, on the island called Short within 6 days. 2 will go, but only 1 will return. If one of them fails to show up, he will be declared Nithinger, coward, less than a man, and this will be told by skalds and messengers to all men in Denmark and abroad. I accept the decision of the assembly. Yeah, that's right, Reginhard, that's right. I killed a berserker. I will kill you. I accept the decision of the assembly too. I'm no liar, but I regret having been a traitor. I'm very sorry, Björn. Yeah, no. Way too late for apologies. Well, when this assembly is over, the important men of Denmark will come get you and take you to Short Island to face your opponent. Odin, Thor, and Frey have heard what has here been decided. May they punish any who do not fulfill their oaths. This assembly has also decided on a last major issue. The accusations and insults between King Horik and Jarl Sigurd can cause serious damage to Denmark. Therefore, this assembly of free men, which is above Jarls and kings and answers only to the gods, has decided that a reconciliation between the two must occur. King Horik will give Jarl Sigurd a position on his council and among his beloved men. Moreover, King Horik will pay 15,000 peningas in compensation for all the efforts made by the Sigurd in organizing the expedition. He clears his throat. In return, Jarl Sigurd shall remain by King Horik, advising him and not leaving Denmark. Therefore, Jarl Sigurd Ragnarsson must relinquish control over the fleet that shall relieve his brethren. This fleet will be led by 2 other men, Sven Bolnek on the part of Jarl Sigurd and Harald Haraldsson on the part of King Horik. The fleet will depart for England in a few days without further delay. It is furthermore our decision that Björn shall join as advisor of Harald Haraldsson, as long as the gods give him the victory in the holmgang. Otherwise, Egil takes Björn's place and herd. One or the other should meet with me in the mead hall of Ribe once the holmgang is over. Another judge takes the floor. He shifts his gaze from one party to the next until his eyes rest on you. The assembly, representing the gods and freemen of Denmark, has spoken. These are the 2 parties, right? King Horik, Jarl Sigurd. I accept the judgment of the assembly. I will fulfill my part as has been decreed. I swear that I will uphold and enforce it. King Horik quickly accepts more control over the actions of Jarl Sigurd. Sigurd Ragnarsson shows no sign of either satisfaction or dissatisfaction. I also accept the decision of the assembly. I swear that I will uphold and enforce it. Odin, Thor, and Frey have heard what has been decided here. May they punish anyone who does not fulfill his oath. This assembly has ended. Everyone may leave now. In a setting reminiscent of times past, when men lifted huge rocks to venerate the... Oh. This is a repeat. Got it. Leave. Wars against Northumbria. Okay. And that's it. So where is the Short? The assembly has decreed a duel to the death to decide that Reginhard is guilty of lying or not. You've decided to take on Reginhard in order to punish him for his betrayal and for tarnishing the names of you and the king. Okay? The assembly has agreed that you join the fleet that Danmark will send to England in support of Ragnar's sons. As soon as the home gang is over, assuming you're the winner, you must meet Asbjörn in the meat hall of Ribe. Gotcha. So, where will the home gang be taking place? Somewhere called The Short. Salt Mine, Farmstead. Ferry Station. Kennemer. No, we're not going there. A fighter's camp. That's... Nope. But legit, where am I? Okay. Should I just wait a day? See what happens? Or can I go back into the assembly? Come back in the morning? Oh, so it doesn't even let you go in during the night. Aha, okay. A group of heavily armed men approaches you. It is led by Harald Haraldsson, King's right hand, who reminds you of your promise to at the assembly. It is the hour of the home gang, and your opponent is already on Short Island. They surround your party and lead you to a nearby beach, where a gaunt old man waits in a small boat. You get in the boat, and 2 of Harald's men push it into the water. The old man, without a word to you, begins paddling towards an island on the horizon. The water is gentle. The only sound you hear is that of the oars on the water, striking in a slow and deliberate rhythm. The old man is not so old, but wrinkles of a hard life at sea make him look like an elder. He wears a worn and salt-bleached tunic, and the skin of his hands looks like hard leather. His eyes are blue and crystal clear and do not look directly at you, even for a moment, but remain focused on the island. Up ahead awaits an opponent who once was a companion. The assembly has decided that 2 go to Short Island, but only 1 return. The boat stops near a small beach, and after you get off, the old man paddles it a few tens of meters back into the ocean, where he stops and waits. Duel. Regenhard, all I wanted was a farm, a wife, and children. I did not want you dead, but I do not want to die either. Sorry, Björn. Sorry to have to kill you. Man, I wish I actually just left you an address. That would have been so much better. Also, you're not even gonna get to me. I'm pretty sure you don't have anything to throw at me. Then again, no, I am not completely 100% sure about that. Where actually is he? How far are you? Oh. One more should do it, yep. Bye. Knocked unconscious? What do you mean? He's supposed to die. 2 went to the island, but only 1 returns. You have been victorious, but at the cost of killing an old companion. In your mind you remember the phrase that you heard so often from Reginhard. Ged avir svahiosel. Fate always goes as she must. The old man takes the boat back to where your warriors await in Denmark. When you arrive, they pick up their things and say nothing, aware of the gravity of the moment. Soon they are ready to go. Harald and his men have already left. It's time to look for the assembly judge, called Asbjörn, in the meat hall of Ribe. Right. So we have to talk to the dude. But we'll do that and more once again in the next episode, guys. Oh, what is this? As you stop to rest on the way, your companions approach you. Their faces show concern. Listen to them. Okay. My lord, we want you to know that no one blames you for what happened in the duel, and everyone still fully supports you. What happened was inevitable, my friend. It was him or you. I understand the weight you carry on your shoulders, because I just experienced the same after the massacre on the wooden rick. I know no words can soothe you, but nobody expected Reginhard's betrayal. None of this is your fault. Thank you for your words, but do not worry, I'm fine. He deserved to die, and I'm not sorry. I killed him. I do not think I can ever forgive myself. I'm a terrible person. No, definitely not saying that one. I'm going with the first one. Just thank you. Everybody likes us. Very nice. Egil bares his teeth. He seems angry. I do not understand all the tears. Reginhard betrayed us. I trusted him. Everybody trusted him. I thought he was a good guy, and what he did was spite for Sigurd. He sold us out for a house and a woman. Reginhard was a piece of and deserved his death. True, Reginhard was a piece of and deserved his death. No, he was a desperate man who had lost everything. The is you, and I want you out of my party now. Go back to your father. Egil, Bodo, Agatinos. Party loses morale. Your men think that you are a strong leader, but they will miss the charisma of Egil. Egil left the party. He seems surprised, but the surprise is soon overtaken by intense anger. Oh, to be sure you won't. This is the best news I could have heard. I leave your pathetic little company to return to a true leader, a king, my father, Horik. I now leave you, save for my hope that they kill you in England. Alright, so we've basically just gotten rid of the two people we did not want in our party. I believe nobody is actually going to be hating each other now. Agathinos, Ailchu, Asbjörn is the next one, but I guess he... Oh, Asbjörn is actually going to be a companion? Nice. So yeah, the dude that we're about to meet is most likely going to become a companion. He should be a good one. Bodo is with us. Brunhild is with us. I'm just going through the list that I have here. Kaio is with us. Clovis is also with us. Donchad, he is. Morgant, and Solveig. Those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, those are the 9 that constitutes more or less a stable party. So people are not going to get pissed at each other enough to actually leave, etc., etc. So this is good. This is very, very good. We have 371 Peningas as well, which, considering our current budget, should actually be enough for, what is that, 3 weeks. We're good. We are good. And once we manage to sell these prisoners, we will be even better. And alright, guys, yeah, that's going to be it for this one. We have managed to survive the assembly. There we go. It was worth going around all everywhere and, you know, doing all the quests, preventing people from saying that we're guilty and whatnot. Unfortunately, neither Sven Bolnek nor Sigurd Ragnarsson are guilty of anything or dead or anything of that sort, but I have a feeling, considering both Sven Bolnek as well as ourselves are going to be taking part in the invasion of England, that we are going to have an opportunity to hopefully stab that dude. Though considering what we just survived, I'm wondering if that's just gonna make everybody believe that we're guilty and whatnot, but we'll see. We'll see where the story goes. I'm actually enjoying this. Unfortunate that the Reginhard had to die. On the other hand, he showed his true colors and deserved it, so no harm, no foul. I will see you guys next time, guys, and until then, as always, ad gloriam.